usually want to talk about myself a lot, but listen, this is my blog. I kind of have to talk about myself. And I just wanted to tell you that I have had really good news this week in that it looks like Wisconsin University Press, that's doing my new novel, The Beauty of Men Never Dies, the one with the red cover, it looks like they may very well buy my advertising memoirs. I finished my advertising memoirs. They're called We Offered Them Caviar. Because, you know, Revlon was my big client when I worked in advertising. And I used to come back from meetings with them and say to my staff, we offered them caviar, but they wanted peanut butter. So we'll give them peanut butter. Yeah, they were, but it's very interesting because my blog mistress and I were just talking about Mad Men and the world of that 60s world, and she said, you know, how much she likes the decor and kind of the look, and I said, you know, it always struck me that the 60s anticipated this century, the 21st century. They came, they went, you know, and they kind of started our idea of what this century could be like. And my book is really about working in that world, but in a kind of very different, more Hollywood style advertising world, because my big client was Revlon. And I always say they were the worst people in the world. God, every year Advertising Age, the professional magazine, had a list of the 10 worst clients in America. Revlon was always number one. Always, every year, you just knew Revlon would be the number one. Very, very demanding, very, well, they knew what they were doing. Mr. Revson was the president of Revlon. He was a great expert. He was not particularly careful about what he said to people. You'd go to meetings and they'd say things like, oh, this is terrible, it's the worst piece of crap I've ever seen. You used to be talented, your talent is all washed up, blah, 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 blah. And I would say to them, keep it up this way and I'll lose my enthusiasm. So, and they were really terrible. But what was great about them is that they really, you know, they were very gay friendly, and they weren't really gay friendly, they just didn't care. Because it was so important. Just grab that, yeah. It was so important to them that the job be well done, that women were okay, black people were okay, gay people were okay, and it was just quite all right. And so if you're gay, they didn't pay any attention. You got the job, you got the salary. They were not interested in what school you had gone to. They were not interested in where you had been, what family you came from. They weren't even interested in how you looked. None of that meant anything. So it was a great world to work in. We used to come out of meetings with them and I would think, what am I doing here working for these crazy people? And then I would say to myself, you're getting paid $1,000 a day to work with these crazy people. That's why you're here. So that was really, they were spending $34 million a year on advertising in the 1960s. I don't even know what that would be like today. Maybe they were like such big spenders, and you'd say, I have this idea, 6 blondes on a toboggan in the Alps, they're all wearing white furs by Revlon. They say, fine, go do it, go do it, go do it. They would spend money like crazy on advertising because they realized their only difference between them and the other cosmetic people was their image. They were very smart. They were way ahead of everybody else. So I'm very pleased that my book looks like it's going to get published, because I think I worked in a world, it's called We Offered Them Caviar, being gay in the world of mad, mad men. And that's really what it's all about. So just wanted to warn you in advance that it may very well be coming. All right? See you soon. Bye-bye.